I'm not asking you to not eat meat. I'm not saying you should eat meat. What I'm trying to say is if you're going to eat meat, and even if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can be more thoughtful about what you eat and the impacts it has on the world. Because I guess as a farmer, as a grower, what I've discovered is there are impacts on animals whether or not you eat meat. And so when people grow peas, when people grow apples, when people grow wheat, animals die. And so farmers do this on your behalf. So there is an impact on the environment, there is an impact on animals for us to eat, regardless of whether we eat meat or not. So if you can eat, there are ways to eat that are, I guess, having less impact on all animals, not just on the animals we choose to consume.
Do you think lots of vegans know that stuff, that a lot of animals do die in the production of things like peas and wheat and the like?
I think a lot of vegans probably understand there are some animals die, but they may not understand the scale.
You better explain that scale though. So what animals die and in what circumstances?
Okay, so for instance, there are when you have a mouse plague in a wheat field.
Yep.
So when you grow wheat for flour, so we can bake bread and biscuits and all that kind of cake and all that kind of stuff. Western Australia has a plague every 5 years, but on average they poison 1 billion mice every year to grow wheat, and the majority of that wheat is not being fed to livestock. It's for growing, for pasta, for bread, for that kind of thing. So to eat pasta and eat bread, 1 billion mice every year die in Western Australia alone. I've only done the stats on Western Australia, but that's one place. I've got a friend who produces apples and apple juice. He shoots 120 possums a year to protect his crop. Every year they kill on average 40,000 ducks in the Australian rice industry to protect the rice. So these are animals that die. So a duck dying to protect a rice paddy, for me, is not much different than a cow dying to produce a steak. They're both animal deaths that happen in the name of us being able to eat. So there's nothing that we can do that doesn't have an impact on animals. So it's how we as a society choose which animals are raised and die in our name, and how crops are grown and prepared in our name.